All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got ourselves a Wednesday, December 10th, and just two NBA games to dive into in today's video. They are both quarterfinal NBA Cup games like yesterday, but like we always do, I'm going to dive into both of these games. I'm going to give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within each game as well as we break them down. But as always, guys, make sure to keep an eye down on the pinned comment of this video. That's where you'll find all of my final plays so that I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, it's absolutely free down in the pinned comment. We're on a scorching hot tear right now. Haven't lost in 2 days. We'll take a cha-ching. In reality, we've just had one play the last couple days. DeMar DeRozan, that was a half unit cash. And then Knicks team total over 113 and a half. That was a half unit cash yesterday. So yes, not exactly scorching hot from a units perspective, but hey, we've had a limited amount of NBA games. We're being conservative, we're being disciplined, and not just throwing a bunch at the wall, right? I will say we tweeted it out. By the way, if you guys want to follow me, EvGuyBoston over on X/Twitter. Davion Mitchell, I talked about in yesterday's video, was like one of my favorite looks. We got really carried away building something really, really cool that I'll announce pretty soon to you guys. It's a new project we're working on. But we actually rolled with Davion Mitchell ourselves. I never posted it on the website. So yeah, unfortunately that didn't come through. But nonetheless, Knicks did. Now, our ride of the day, pumping some crowd noise, Fly Zero Skater. Maybe a rebounds plus assist savant here, because Russell Westbrook smacked his line a couple days ago, right? Then Fly Zero Skater kept it right in that same category, took Anthony Black over 8.5 assists plus rebounds. He had 7 assists and 3 rebounds. Almost cleared that line again in just assists. Very, very good look there. If you guys don't know what the ride of the day is, it is simple. Just use that hashtag ride of the day down in the comments. I jump on board with at least one person's play each and every day. Give that person a shout out in the next video, win or loss. We also track it here. If you do win, we continue to roll and ride with your plays. If you lose, unfortunately, yeah, I mean, you get the shout out still, but unfortunately, we're talking about a loss. You face the womp womp on the soundboard, and no one wants that, right? So get those hashtag ride of the days down in the comments. Looking forward, I should say, to seeing what Fly Zero comes with today. Maybe it's another rebounds plus assist category. Who knows? Are you really an R plus A savant, Fly Zero? But let's go ahead and jump into today's slate, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's get rocking here. We got the Thunder taking on the Suns. Now, by no surprise, right? This Thunder team, massive favorites, minus 14.5 right now. The total at 226.5. The biggest thing I want to note from an injury perspective is Devin Booker. He is listed as questionable. And then on the other side of things, OKC, Isaiah Hartenstein is listed as out as of right now. Now, Booker is estimated to return today. He's missed, a couple games here in a row with a groin injury, which is never a good injury to even come back from. But obviously, with a 14.5 point number here, your best player on the team is pretty important, right? So we'll monitor that injury as we get going. The biggest thing I'll say here is this NBA Cup game, I expect there to be some intensity. And the Suns already did play this Thunder team really hard last time out. And it wasn't that long ago, right? November 28th, 123-119 was the final score. Devin Booker did play in that game. He had 21 points, only shot 2 of 7 from 3, 5 of 13 from the floor. He had, I believe, like 8 and 8 or something like that in terms of rebounds and assists. So obviously that's going to be very, very important. But overall, I know we're recognizing that the Thunder are a better team, but there are ways that this Suns team may be able to go out there and, put some points in against one of the best, if not the best defense in the entire league. You could see it here via our NBA dashboard, which, guys, if you want access to this, head over to GuyBostonSports.com, head to the members area, and sign up today. The newest feature we've added is the NBA team play type offensive edges. It helps kind of identify the way these two teams play and where, some pieces may fall in terms of advantages. Doesn't mean that it's 100% like, the spot up in isolation here for Phoenix is going to be that good. No, but based on their offensive style and success against where OKC is limited, but, weakness is defensively, where's the edge? And the spot up is pretty damn huge. I think that this is going to be a good look here. You can see effective field goal percentage, the Suns 7th in the spot up, and from a frequency and effective field goal percentage defensively, OKC not all that great. So yeah, it may be crazy. I'll sound the damn psycho alert alarm. Suns plus 14.5 is what I'm looking at here. In terms of the total, if I think the Suns are going to have some success shooting the ball, then I can't sit here and lean towards an under now, can I? I mean, the Suns kind of a middle-of-the-pack pace team, but the Thunder playing at a very high pace so far this season. I think I'm going to lean towards the over. I think there could be some efficient offense on the Thunder side of things, which isn't that shocking, right? They're going up against a bottom, 5 team in terms of paint defense. When, this season, I should say, when they play a bottom 10 defense, they've averaged 121. So it's like they may be able to put up a big number here. If they score 121, and I think the Suns keep this even remotely close, then over 226 is probably what we're looking at. Now, these are NBA Cup games. I will throw that out there. That defensive intensity and all that is probably going to be at a little bit higher of a peak. But to me, 226 isn't too high. We did see both games yesterday, 117-108, and then 117-101 were the two finishes. So maybe defense does show up here, but I kind of like the pace of this one. Give me the over. From a player prop perspective, we looked at it when we were just talking about the Suns offense, right? Where is their weakness on the Thunder defense? If you really want to even stretch it and say weakness, because I don't think it's a weak spot, but maybe a soft spot or softer than where they're strong. I'm going to look at Royce O'Neal here. Over, I believe his line right now, we just had it up, is 8.5. I don't mind him to hit some threes. I mean, his over for his threes at 2.5 is plus 130. That could be something we consider as well, but he is a guy that's going to be shooting a lot of spot ups, right? 60% of his points come via the spot up, and yeah, we talked about the soft spot of the defense. Last 3 times, dating back to last year against this Thunder squad, 6 threes, 3 threes, and 3 threes in that last game against them. From a points perspective, 4 straight games, 11, 18, 11, and 11, and also 5 of the last 6. So I think Royce O'Neal may have some quantity, not necessarily quality, but hey, if he's open, he'll hit him from deep in this one. Let's go ahead and move on to game number 2. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to talk to you guys about Underdog's new offer for new customers. First and foremost, you're going to get a gimme pick, 0.0 rushing plus receiving yards for Thursday Night Football. That is Bijan Robinson. I think one of the best running backs in the league will at least catch a ball for 1 yard or rush the ball for 1 yard. But they're also offering, this is the new deal, a play $5, get $75 deal right there. Literally all you have to do is go over there, sign up, play $5, you get $75. What an absolute no-brainer. Their brand new offering. That link will be down below in the description as well as the pinned comment. Don't miss out on this because, again, like we talked about with the last deal, right? You don't want to be sitting there looking back being like, man, did I not capitalize, and second-guessing yourself. If this looks good to you, which it is a good one, go ahead and capitalize. That link will be down below, again, in the description as well as the pinned comment, or just use code GUYBOSTON when signing up and depositing. Underdog is really, really fun. A lot of cool features they have over there and just getting better and better. I love the interface as well. Whether you're on the phone, tablet, computer, laptop, anything, it's easy to navigate, which is huge in this industry. Go check it out, guys. Again, that link will be down below. Let's jump into game number 2 here. All right, we got the Lakers taking on the Spurs. We look to the injury report in this one, and Victor Wembanyama, who there was rumors that he may be okay and good to go. Looks like he's going to be ruled out of this one. So the starting lineup for both squads, Luke Cornett, good to go. He was a little banged up at center, but De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Devin Vassell, and Harrison Barnes, and then, like I mentioned, Cornette. On the other side of things, Maxi Kleber listed as questionable, Doncic, Reeves, Hachimura, James, and Ayton. So a fairly, less Wembanyama, fairly healthy squad here. Lakers, being at home in an NBA Cup, I do think gives them a decent advantage here, but ultimately, I kind of want to start with the Spurs side of things and just where I think they go in terms of points scored. I don't mind them over 113.5 for their team total today. They're going up against the Lakers, who are a bottom 10 team in terms of, defensive efficiency. And so far this season, when they play a bottom 10 team in terms of defensive efficiency, yeah, they've hit this in 8 of 8 games. They've scored 120, 118, 116, 126, 121, 123, 115, 135. Again, am I missing, and it could be the case, right? We talked about it with the last game. Am I missing how much of the intensity kind of overwhelms with these NBA Cup games? I'm not all that sure, right? Because realistically, I think this is a good spot for the Spurs to go out there and score 114 points against a defense that isn't all that phenomenal. If we want to say, okay, screw the defensive rating, okay, well, this Lakers team, really bad against spot-up shooting, right? So even if we just look at them and say bottom 10 teams in terms of three-point percentage, this year, the Spurs are averaging 121.7 against teams that are bottom 10 in terms of three-point percentage against. They've hit it in 6 of 7 games. So I like the Spurs to score some points. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers can go out there and also score some points, though. So I would lean over, but I do think there's more ways to get to a Spurs over than there is just a full game over, because I think that the Spurs team may be able to run in transition, be able to hit their shots, be able to hit their spot-up shots, as well as coming off pick and rolls with De'Aaron Fox. And there's a lot of angles there. So yes, I like the Spurs in this one. I'm going to look at them plus 5.5 points. I'll sound the psycho alert alarm again. Is it weird to be looking at both of these NBA Cup games and liking the away team? Well, away team went 1-1 yesterday in the quarterfinals between the Heat and Magic, and then the Knicks and the Knicks and the Raptors. I don't know. Maybe it is a little bit crazy, but I like this spot here for them. The Lakers, on the other hand, too, like they are going up against the Spurs, who have a rough three-point defense, but I think that their defense is just a little bit more sound, especially, their points in the paint, which is where the Lakers like to score. So that's kind of where I'm getting to the Spurs, right? So I like them, but I think instead of that 5.5, I do think the Lakers, again, could put up some numbers. So I might just look at, hey, go score 114 points, Spurs, and then you're cruising. From a player prop perspective, there's another one that I really like here, and it's kind of from a similar standpoint. It's going to be Devin Vassell. Right now, his line is at 14.5. I think there's also 13.5s out there, which seems a little bit crazy, but, he's hit 13.5 over in 5 straight games against the Lakers, including the game earlier this year in which he had 15 points. He went 5 of 14 from the floor. The biggest thing for me here is going to be the minutes, in all honesty, right? So if we look at him on the season, okay, he's hit the over in 70% of games, but where are the minutes going to come? Because he hits it like crazy when he plays 30 minutes, but when he goes out there and plays, 29 or fewer minutes, he hasn't hit it yet. So it's realistically, can we peg him for 30 minutes in this spot? And with no Wembanyama still out, I mean, Castle is back, but, you have McLaughlin also questionable in this spot. I think Vassell gets the run and gets the minutes. So yeah, I like him in this spot. I'm going to project him for around 29 to 31 minutes. So hopefully we land on that 30-minute number and we see a good spot from him. His threes number is also something that I would consider, but I do think that, him being able to shoot in the mid-range and stuff like that can contribute to some points versus just his threes. But if you did want to look at for some plus money, I wouldn't, turn you down at saying plus 105 for over 2.5 threes. No, that's all good if you like that too. But I think I am, again, leaning slightly towards the idea of him scoring 15 or 14 or 15 points, depending on what number you get it at. But guys, that's going to wrap it up. A really, really quick video here. We only had 2 games on the slate. I believe tomorrow's slate now has just a few games as well, 4 games, and then we kind of get back to normal action. On Friday, we have like 7 games and stuff like that. So yeah, these NBA Cup schedulings and everything like that, I see a lot of people being like, why is there only 2 games? The NBA Cup, they're putting a lot of emphasis on this. They want this to be appointment viewing. They want the players to have rest and X, Y, and Z. So the reason is when someone's like, why is there only 2 games? Well, Google it once. It's because the NBA Cup. That's it. You know what I mean? They're not like, we want 2 games. They know they want 2 games for the NBA Cup quarterfinals. But guys, that is going to wrap it up like I mentioned. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment 13. Lucky number 13 down below in the comments. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, stay tuned for a new project that we are launching pretty damn soon. I'm very, very excited about. Let's see if you guys can guess what it is down in the comments. But we'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.